Hey there, guys. This is Sergeant Ghost 1115 here. Guess coming at you guys with another video over here on my alternate channel here. Yeah, I'm just coming at you guys with another video, and I kind of wanted to, I guess, talk about two different things. I guess I'm overall venting to you guys. I'm not sure how well this is going to really go, but yeah, this is gonna be, um, I guess my first ever, sort of actual video and stuff. So, I'll probably create a poll about what you guys want to see for the first ever video that isn't, based around me. Whatever you guys want to hear, a Reddit story or some, or three Reddit stories or something. I think that would be a good place to start. And I'll be going in the Reddit r/venting, and I'll pick out like a good story maybe that might be good for you guys to listen to. So I'm gonna say the usual thing. If you enjoy this content, leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new, share with your friends. If you guys just like to have listen to my voice, also, if you really want to, you can donate to my Cash App. I don't have it listed in the description anywhere on this account, on my Ghost22 account, but if you go on my main channel and you see the description, it'll be there. But, just in case, I might leave it in the comments. But yeah, um, it's completely up to you guys, though. And yeah, let's get into it. So basically, the first thing I want to talk about is, I guess, my opinion on death and mortality. I would first want to disclaim that I don't really feel fearful about dying. Not anymore. It used to be something that would always keep me up at night, but honestly, it really doesn't. Because at the end of it, death is always going to come for us. Whether no matter how old, how young, how strong you are, it can come for you. It can get you at pretty much any moment. Hell, it could get me right now while I'm recording this audio. I'm not trying to sound edgy or anything, but this is really death how it is, though. And we have lost quite a bit of great people, like Kevin Conroy. He recently passed away. A lot of other countless, celebrities and overall good people just passing away, and it just really, it's really disheartening. I can't really, I can't really say I've been suffering because I've lost somebody, but I guess the closest thing to it, I think, was when I actually lost my grandma and grandpa a long time ago. And this happened, well, a real long time ago when I was still really young. Like when I was, I think maybe 9, 8, 11, 10, maybe. I can't remember what age I was when this happened, but yeah, my grandpa, he ended up passing away. And I'm pretty sure my grandma eventually did follow suit. But if not, she'll probably be there. But honestly, I don't know if they are alive or not. But I'm pretty sure I know for sure that my grandpa is gone. He passed away so many years ago. I don't even know how old he was, but he was pretty old and stuff. And he was a really nice guy. He was like the polar opposite of my father. And my father was a really bad person, but my grandpa wasn't like that. You see, whenever we would go over and visit, I guess my grandparents, he was the nicest one. He would always give us popsicles to eat. I think he would let us play video games, I think, if he had them, or he would let us watch TV for however long we wanted to. Now, my grandma, she was a little bit more strict, I guess you can say. A little bit more strict, but she was still, she wasn't really an asshole or anything. Don't mistake anything, but she was she was overall a really good person, a really good grandma, at least from what I remember. But I think I think the last time I saw him was when he was in bed, and I didn't understand what was going on with him. And I was like, Grandpa, what's happening? And he would tell me that he just wasn't feeling good. And um, I ended up going in over. I think I went over to the same house another time, and that's when I didn't see him in his bed anymore. And then that's when my mom told me he had passed away, and I at the moment didn't understand like where did he, and I was just wondering where did he go. And as I grew up, obviously I easily connected the dots and figured out that he died. And yeah, it's really sad, but I don't feel like I'm all that torn up about it, but still, it's still something I think about from time to time. And I kind of do wish I had some grandparents to kind of come and talk with. I wish I had grandparents that weren't, like other members of my family. I mean, as you guys might have known, if you guys, follow me on my main channel or whatever, I do post pictures, not of my face, but like of my hands and sometimes my legs and stuff when it happens to be in a picture. And I am a black man, my family is black and all that stuff. And, because of all of the racism and stuff, my family generally tells me, hey, you shouldn't trust the white people, and stuff like that, and I really never did agree with that. I mean, sure, what the white people did with the black people and stuff, having black people be slaves and all this segregation and stuff, that shit's fucking madness, and it's fucked up. And I do not condone that kind of behavior for a second. But, if the universe were to flip its head and, the roles were reversed, I would not support that shit either. I don't believe in any kind of supremacy. Shit, we're all fucking human beings. We're all imperfect. We all make mistakes and all that shit. So I don't feel like that, that can actually. It's just something I don't agree with when it comes to my family. They always try to make it out to seem like it's us against the white people and stuff, or really anybody else, and all we can trust is fellow black people. When the funny thing is about that, in my own personal experience, I have faced more black people who have fucked me over and overall done me wrong than white people. Funny, no? It's just funny how they try to nail that shit into my head, and then it just never works. Because if I were to go, like, when I say I'm losing my faith in humanity, does this just apply to just the white/Mexican people? It applies to every single human. I would say and I'm pretty sure that's in general what it means to lose faith in humanity. And, shit like that, when my family tells me that shit all the time, makes me lose faith in humanity. It just adds on, And I'm just not a fan of it. Just not a fan. And never have, never will be, to be honest. I never did understand that way of looking at the world. I mean, if you want to look at the world like that, fine. But just don't try to force your views on anyone else. Because I've had to deal with that shit so much, and it's irritating, let me tell you. Shit, I mean, fuck, man. I mean, if I ever, introduce some of my friends who are of, different races and from different places, they'd be like, why are you making friends with all these fucking white Mexican people, man? And it's just irritating as fuck. And in general, the type of people I'll usually ghost are I'll typically ghost people that are just so much ghetto and shit. I just can't stand to hang around ghetto people. It's too much for me. No, 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 no. I'm not one of those people that's all about the thug life and keeping it real. I mean, I guess I kind of agree with keeping the real part of it, but no, I don't affiliate with those kinds of people. I mean, if you were to come up to me if you were to one day, if you were to just If you were to just act like you were a tough gangster that's like a Crip or a Blood, I would ghost you so fucking quick. Like I don't like hanging around gangbangers or people with that kind of personality, and that's it. That's just it, and that's just how I am. But I'm going on a tangent now. But yeah, I really do miss my grandpa and stuff, and I wish I could visit him. But he's gone, and yeah. Now I guess I'll move on and say, um, what do I would think happen if something happened to me? Well, and I don't know if anyone's going to be typing in the comments like, no, you shouldn't be thinking that way, but I have been thinking like this since like maybe I was like 10. I think that's when these thoughts originally popped into my head. That if I died, that nobody honestly would remember me or um, mourn for me, or really, it wouldn't matter. I guess that's what I'm getting at. It wouldn't matter to anyone. And I think this statement really does still hold up, despite, with how I've been treated by people and stuff. Now, I've heard people say, hey, you shouldn't think like that. But honestly, I don't think anyone that I've talked to in all of my years of being alive has been able to ever convince me otherwise. Like, nobody's been able to kind of, nobody's been able to, you know, no one's been able to convince me otherwise. And I'm not sure if this is a controversial or weird way to look at the world, but, or at least myself when it comes to death, but yeah. I know how I'm going to die, probably. Probably alone, probably forgotten, and yeah. Probably, yeah. And I don't think I'm going to particularly survive long. I mean, honestly, if I make it to my 30s, I think I'll be good. I think I would be pretty happy and content with that. Honestly, just living to my 30s, That would at least be pretty cool anyway, to make it that far. Now, before I made it to adulthood, I would be going around saying I wouldn't make it to my 20s because of just all of the shit I've been through. And here I am again saying the same stuff now that I'm an adult, that I'm not going to live long. And yeah, man, I still very much feel like that. And not really much has been able to change my mind from that. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why, I've been thinking like that about myself, but I don't think I don't think anyone's been able to get my mind out of that. And yeah, if I do die, a short life, then that's okay. I mean, even as a person who does research into true crime in particular, I sometimes wish that I was the one who got their life to be cut short instead of, say, like a child. Like, I think a particular true crime case that gets to me is Jessica Ridgway, I think her name was. I think she was 10, 11 years old. She was a really cute little girl, probably was very smart. She probably could have lived a long sort of life. She could have been successful, but some depraved, mentally ill person decided to take that away. And that really just depresses me so much. And it makes me really sad to know that there's people out there like that. And the way she was killed, it's just, I don't know, it's just, uh-uh. it's just really, it's just really depressing to hear that that happened to that little girl. And it's just stuff like that that makes me go ahead and say, well, I wish this happened to me instead of this little girl. And I don't know if this is a weird way of looking at things, but frankly, I don't care. That girl shouldn't have been killed with how young she was. She had so much life to live. And it's just really, really depressing. But, yeah. And it haunted my. It really stayed in my head what happened to her. I mean, it didn't even happen near me or anything, but that doesn't really take away from how depressing and overall horrifying the crime was. And I hope the motherfucker who did it is in a hole suffering somewhere. And I hope they never get to have any freedom. And, yeah, it's just. The case was just, a really hard pill to swallow, knowing that there was someone capable of doing that. Sorry if things are getting a little bit too depressing. I didn't really put a disclaimer or anything. I'll probably edit that in. So I'm sorry if I messed up with that, but I just had to talk about that. And yeah, I think that's probably at least the end of the first part of it. My views on death. I don't fear it, and I just sorry, I'm over here rambling. I'm not even sure what the hell I was gonna say next. I didn't make it. I didn't really make a script or anything, but yeah. I hope you guys can understand that. It's just really horrible, and yeah. And I wasn't on here trying to get, I know people are gonna be like, oh, this dude's just trying to get sympathy and all this stuff, but no, it's just how I've been feeling for a long time with all these years have passed. I just feel like a pawn, just, I just don't really feel that important. I guess I should say. I don't really feel that significant. And, yeah. And I'm probably right, you know? So, it is what it is. And frankly, well, if you do think that, then well, I guess, I can't change your mind. So, you know. Yeah, it's just sorry if things got a little bit too depressing. I didn't mean for it, but I guess, it's going to be inevitable with me talking about death and stuff, but yeah, all right, so I think it's best I'm going to end the video here. I know it's kind of a short one, but I'm going to post a poll on my main channel since that's the only place where I can do it at the moment, where you guys can decide what kind of content I'll post next on here. So I'll probably post a pinned comment including the probably including the link to the post, the YouTube posts, and you guys can vote on there, of course. And hopefully for my next video, I'll be able to get some console gameplay for you guys. But, actually, no, I'm not even going to go ahead and try to promise that because I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my Xbox, and I feel like it would be best for me to get my portable monitor and then, of course, get Black Ops Cold War. Because that's really Black Ops 2, since that's really the game I'm trying to get. So, once I have, the game I want to record and stuff like that. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. And yeah, I appreciate you for coming to sit down to listen to my little rant here. I know it was quite a long video, or maybe a short one. I guess it really depends, but nevertheless, I do appreciate you guys' support. Um, Leave a comment, like, subscribe if you're brand new, donate to my Cash App if you really want to. I could always use the extra support. And watch yourself, Survivor. It's tough out there.